Welcome back to The Other Side with Ian and Anna. We are still in the insane country of Egypt. This time we are in a lovely town called Marsa Alam, right along the Red Sea. It is also on our woot woot list to swim with dolphins in Egypt. That's what we're going to be doing here with Red Sea Diving Safari, and we're staying at their incredible hotel. You can already get a glimpse of it. We're going to show you a lot more. I know this is going to be something all of y'all are going to want to do. Let's get to it.
Getting to Marsa Alam wasn't easy. First, we took a 1-hour flight from Cairo to Luxor. We made a whole Luxor video, so make sure to check that out. Next, we took a 5-hour bus ride with Go Bus to Safaga, stayed overnight, and then took another 3-hour bus ride down to Marsa Alam the next morning. Of course, you could take domestic flights to Hurghada and Marsa Alam from Cairo, but from Luxor, those can get pretty expensive.
We're about to go on our very first dive here at 9-ish a.m. We're a little late. This is our diving instructor, Kareem.
What's up, Kareem?
Hello, it's a pleasure to be your guide today.
All right, let's get it.
We have these nice lockers where we can store all of our equipment.
Now, we haven't been diving since 2019. Shame on us, because that's one of our favorite things to do. But Kareem is going to give us a refresher course out there, and hopefully we spot some dugong today. We're going to a famous dive site in the Red Sea, and dugongs are similar to manatees that you find in Florida. There's only 30 in the Red Sea and 4,000 in the entire world. We're gonna be really lucky if we do see one, and we'll swim with it.
No matter what I'm doing, my least favorite thing to do is getting a wetsuit on. It's impossible. When you dive, you need to be negatively buoyant, and this helps you stay down.
My least favorite part is getting the equipment ready. I guess I'm a bad listener because I'm trying to film at the same time.
See what Ian does. So that's already wrong. I've loved to see Ian in school because he does not pay attention at all.
This water is incredible. That is Gatorade, I swear. This reminds me of somewhere in the Philippines. Such a vibe. We're heading out. There we go.
After the most wild and fun boat ride of our life, we unfortunately couldn't find any dugongs, but we were still ready to see why the Red Sea is one of the most popular dive sites in the world.
We saw a massive green turtle. I think it's one of the biggest turtles I've ever seen while diving.
Got back to our place and took a shower, and when I got out, I was cold and hungry, trying to race to lunch. And when I got there, I realized I put my pants on backwards, and Ian was like, oh no, no one can tell. This is just how I walk now.
Diving is one of those activities that is literally exhausting. I am dead tired.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all included with your stay. It's buffet style, so you just come in and you sweep the floor with it. Little sad we didn't get to see a dugong. That would have been really cool, but that's okay. We can always come back.
Right now we're walking back to our chalet to get ready for the rest of the day. Let me tell you, it gets really windy certain months of the year here in Egypt, and right now it is mid-March. I think it's the middle of windy season. Here's a huge tip: go on windfinder.com before you book any hotels near the Red Sea. If it's too windy, diving conditions won't be that great. Luckily, it's only 15 miles per hour today, and although the waves were massive, we're still able to dive, and the clarity was on point.
I want to introduce you guys to George. He is on the marketing team here and helped set up everything for us.
We are one of the first who started the activity here in the Red Sea in Marsa Alam. As an eco-friendly resort here, we don't use plastic. We always doing some cleanups in the bay here in the area.
So they have 3 locations. One is Marsa Shagra, where we are right now. This is their biggest location and has the best house reef. And then they have Marsa Nakari, which has Roman ruins. And then they have Wadi Lahami, where you can head to the Sataya Reef and swim with dolphins. And that's where we're headed tonight. But for right now, I'm gonna head out on the house reef. It's one of the best in all of Egypt, and I'm so excited. They're gonna drop me off on the boat to snorkel right at the edge, and I'll just swim back.
Everyone that come here comes to dive, really. For Europeans, it's very common because it's 3 to 5 hour flight depending on where they are. So the way I picture it, this is like the Europeans' Caribbean. The tent is the most most affordable option, but it's also the most common option. It doesn't really have a ton to do with price because it's not that much of a difference. I think people just really prefer the tent sometimes. I like my chalet. I got my own bathroom. Directly across from where we eat dinner is this place called Bawadi, place that represents the Bedouin people. Bedouins are desert dwellers and they have many traditions, one of them being how they make coffee, which is roasting them over the fire, crushing dried ginger and pouring it over. Common for them to do in the morning before sunrise and at night before sunset, and that's why you're gonna have those little cups because you don't want a lot before you go to bed.
First tasting of the coffee.
Ooh, savory flavor for sure. I love it.
After traveling here for a bit, you could just tell Egyptians love their sugar. In their tea, they always put like 4 spoonfuls of sugar, and we're always like, we only want a little. This big building that kind of signifies the camp here. This is the restaurant that we eat at every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You guys could see the stars above me and the full moon. It is incredible out. And now we're gonna go up these stairs and head to dinner.
You're gonna be so excited.
Why?
There's so much food. There's this beautiful patio overlooking the amazing Red Sea. They even have a pizza oven out here.
We just plowed through that dinner because we had to rush back to our chalet, get packed, and head down to Wadi Lahami. We have a private transfer down there. It's an hour and a half. We have to get up at 6:30 a.m. for the Dolphin dive. It's about 7 a.m. right now in Wadi Lahami, and let me tell you, this is much more quieter than Marsa Shagra. Even though Marsa Shagra was pretty quiet, this is kind of off-grid, and if you're looking for somewhere where you can find peace and quiet and close to the Dolphin Reef, definitely stay here for at least a couple nights.
One of the reasons we had to move quickly on this trip is because we are heading to Jordan tomorrow, actually.
And it keeps making me think about honeymooning here. I mean, not a bad spot.
Even before we got to this entire reef, bottlenose dolphins were chasing our boat for miles. Let's just say this was a great warm-up because right when we arrived to the crystal clear waters, we almost couldn't believe our eyes. Hundreds of spinner dolphins were playing like kids.
Oh my gosh, she's so excited.
I'm so excited.
This is amazing.
This is probably the most excited I've been
In a while.
in a while.
Look at how many there are. Be careful, man. Get in there.
Are you kidding me? Best thing I've done in my life, I swear. Hamada told us that we are very lucky. The numbers of dolphins for today is just incredible. As you saw, the clarity, Anna and I were having so much fun. They are super playful. They're definitely doing some dirty things down there, if you know what I mean.
Hands down the coolest thing I've ever done in my life and my favorite thing I've ever done. I didn't even want to get out. Ian wanted to get out and take a break. There's a current and holding your breath for a very long time. So it's good to take breaks and then go back in.
After catching our breath on the boat, it was time to head back in with the dolphins, but now this time with our Cali case. Cali case is an underwater phone case that also floats, and now we have our very own woot woot design that you could purchase now. We love using it so much because the iPhone captures unreal underwater footage, and Anna also loves to use it for Instagram. It's honestly a great sidekick to have during any water activity. We're even hooking you up with a 20% off discount if you use the code THEOTHERSIDE, and there will be a link down in the description below.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Anna.
We just got back from Marsa Lahami and those amazing dolphins. I wish I could stay in that water forever. But when we got here, George surprised us with an upgrade from our deluxe chalet to a Supreme Deluxe Chalet. An incredible patio with a sea view. Oh, this is gonna be the best night ever.
Cheers, my friend.
all the places we've been in Egypt, I have to think that this is my favorite. I think that if you've been following us for a long time, you know that we crave the water, and I didn't know I needed this so badly, but I just loved it. I loved it so much.
For me, that was the best experience I've ever had while traveling because first of all, I love dolphins. The way they were playfully acting near us, right to our face, it was crazy. And they were speaking the entire time to each other. If you're thinking about what this is on my hand, I got this while climbing up the speedboat ladder. It was a wild time. We spent about 3 hours there. It's just one of those things I will never forget, and I wish I could just do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Ian did the house reef yesterday. I did not, I just didn't feel like it, but I'm excited to go today. It's our last night here, so I had to fit it in. We are running and gunning. Bye!
Right behind me is the cafe that everyone goes to at night right after they dive. It's kind of the chill spot. They got cushy seats, they got chairs for your whole group to hang out, and it's so fun to see everyone here.
I'm telling this to Ian for the first time, so I wanted him to film it. I saw a manta ray.
No. I'm happy you actually went out there then.
I know, I'm so happy.
I'm happy one of us saw it.
I might have gotten it on camera. First thing that popped in my head was manta, but it actually was an eagle ray. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm gonna have Ian show a picture from Google because this was the longest tail I'd ever seen. I was almost scared.
Sadly, it is our last night here at Red Sea Diving Safari.
Yeah, I think we have a top 10 in Egypt after this, but then you will see us in Jordan.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and check out Red Sea Diving Safari. There's gonna be a link down in the description below so you can check it out. Of course, subscribe. We will see you in the next one. Woot woot, yip yip. The acoustics in here are amazing. Wee-oo.